Hey everyone, I'm Ross Chastain, and welcome back to the studio at the farm for episode 4 of Ag Asphalt, presented by LEVRACK and powered by Ag America Media. Today, we're going to recap the Las Vegas and Homestead race weekends, plus take you on a trip down to Alvin, Texas, where I got to take a tour of Froberg's farm just outside of Houston. Finally, we'll wrap it up looking ahead at Martinsville this coming weekend. But first, let's jump into the Smashdown presented by LEVRACK. Our trip out west was short this year with only 2 races, and we wrapped up with Las Vegas where we had good speed. I thought we had a shot with the one car. We took 2 tires a couple of times to cycle ourselves forward and could hold the track position relatively well. And ultimately, I actually pitted without being called to pit road. It was kind of a weird deal. We were right at the edge of the final fuel window, and the Chevys around me were pitting. So I followed the 5 and 24 down, and my crew had no idea why I was on pit road. So they just put 4 tires on and filled it up with gas and let me go back out. And it almost accidentally worked. If it would have went green to the end, we think we would have had a really good shot to win. But ultimately, the 4 loses a tire late, have that late caution, and we had to put scuff rights on. But I was able to push my teammate, and the 99 had a really good shot to win. So that was really cool. Y'all have seen it. When teammates are both fast, it's going to mean good things. So the 1 and 99 tend to run together a lot more this year than we have in the past, and that's good for me. I need that. Now, my biggest competition is my teammate, but still, good start for a high bank, downforce mile and a half to get the year going. Then after that, I came home to Mooresville and spent a couple of days here, and then I took back off to Dallas and actually got to fish in the Bassmaster Celebrity Pro-Am. So that was a really cool experience. That's my second year doing that. And I got to do it this year with Rick Clunn, a icon. I'm not big into bass fishing, honestly, but that's a name that I knew of. And so to fish with Logan Parks last year, new guy, rookie on the tour, relatively young, similar to me. And now Rick, an icon, like he made bass fishing cool a long time ago, 4-time classic winner. That was a really cool experience. I put my 3 fish in the boat. He only put 1 of his 2. So I felt like, I held my weight. Ben, what do you think? What do you think about me getting 3 fish in the boat? That's respectable. You've seen me try to fish before. It's not impressive.
You did better than last year, right? I think that was your main goal.
It was
trying to do better than last year. So
I didn't break off a single lure. I used the same lure for 5 hours.
Wow.
Caught on a lot of things, but was able to get it out. So Rick had to help me a couple times, I'll be honest, but
it's okay. Yeah. There's worse guys to help you with it. It
was so cool. I was actually intimidated by Rick, to be honest, when I first got there, and he's a no BS guy.
He looks serious. I saw the photos. I was like, oh man, he's going to be in for something. So
he doesn't care about the media, the attention, all the stuff. And we had a camera guy in the boat all day with us, and the longest we went was probably 45 minutes of silence, which I enjoyed. I was enjoying just casting, and he'd see me get caught. We wouldn't say a word. He'd just troll back over. We'd get it off the rock or whatever I was stuck on, and it was cool. It was a lot of silence, which is one of the perks of fishing. I've learned now that I'm in my 30s. When I was a kid, I didn't have any patience for it. Like, I couldn't stand to sit there and just cast into the water. Even if we caught a few fish, I wasn't like interested in it. So that's definitely came with age, and that was a really cool experience, something I'll never forget.
Yeah, it's like your stereotypical, like going fishing with your grandpa or your dad, and you don't really say anything, and you just talk every once in a while. I could see it. Rick is 79 years old, and
still
doing it. Top of his game, too.
Jumping up like in and out of the boat, and those bass boats, like the driver's seats are really low, and he would just stand right up, and I was in the passenger seat, and I had to like grab onto the handle to stand up, and he would just pop right up. Clearly, he knows his way around the bass boat a lot better than me.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah. After that, I actually flew straight from there to Florida and got to go home and see some of the family. So, have you been to the farm yet? You were there.
Yeah, we went last year. Yeah. I think I'm going again in like a month.
Yeah.
So for harvest, I think I went for harvest last year too. Yep. So, what were you doing at the farm this time?
Just being there.
Out.
Just had time, and just spent 2 nights and 1 day there. Just saw some family. Of course, didn't see everybody. There's never enough time, and I kind of just stayed out at the farm this time and didn't venture into the moose or anything where a lot of my friends were, and they were texting me once they heard I was there, and I was like, I can't I can't go. I gotta go to sleep. I'm tired. So
Did you get breakfast at, what was that gas station we went to?
Lawhons.
Yeah. Did you get breakfast there at least?
I did,
Didn't?
man.
Man, it's like
No.
you're barely there.
I know. It wasn't a cheeseburger day. Cheeseburgers are Tuesdays and Fridays. So
Okay.
that's usually what I go for.
Yeah.
But I could have got the biscuits and gravy, which I always get. But no, I stayed out at the farm, low key, and just caught up with some family there. And it's actually Florida watermelons have started harvesting. So we haven't at our farm. We're about a little less than a month away, but south of us in Immokalee and near LaBelle, two of our farmers with GID, the Stewarts, and the Singletaries with Bayshore Farms have started pulling them out of the field. So Florida watermelon season's here. They'll be coming to grocery stores. It was exciting to be there right ahead of it. They were starting actually on Friday. I had to leave early Friday morning, but first watermelons came out the day we were running the truck race in Homestead.
And how far is that from Homestead, your neck of the woods?
We're 3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. Did you drive from there or did you fly?
Yeah, David and I drove over. So
That's right.
David went with me. And,
shout out David.
Yeah, Big Dave. We got up early Friday morning and took off, and we had a Kubota appearance over in Homestead with Florida Coast and saw those folks. So before corporate Kubota was really interested in sponsoring us, we met Florida Coast Equipment and that group first, and that's how we built the relationship, was with their dealer network with Trackhouse, and then it grew into a nationwide national campaign. So that's been cool to stay close with them and still see their dealerships. They do it top notch over there. Then Friday night we had the truck race. That was a lot of fun. Man, the Nice truck was fast. Could have qualified even better, and just getting in the truck for the first time this year, not having the experience, didn't know how much throttle to commit, messed up my lap, just little bits and pieces, crumbs here and there. And we're still seventh and drove right up and could see the lead all night. But she sure didn't last very long. It would fall off hard. And what's crazy is Wally, my crew chief, would keep taking air out of the tires, and we just kept going faster on the short run and then still falling off. So we're still kind of a little confused about that.
Yeah, it seems like Caden, your teammate, kind of had the opposite. I feel like him and Phil wouldn't really fire off that well, and then 15 laps into run, he'd just start clicking them off. He was really fast too.
Yeah, he was. And like I talked about with Amigo at Vegas, the biggest thing that I look for is the team trucks have to be similar. They have to have the similar speed. If you're going to struggle together, like be on the same page intentionally, like don't accidentally end up slow together. But Caden and I in stage one, I was just ahead of him. And in stage two, he got a better restart, and he ran right ahead of me the whole second stage. So that was good to see. And then the kind of awkward pit road deal there on Hemrick's team, which the carrier that he clipped the tire was actually Phil Foster. He works at Trackhouse.
I think I was right by the pit stop when that happened too. I saw him, the two crews were kind of exchanging some words and everything, but I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's kind of awkward. But I think, because what is that rule? So you can't interfere with a pit stop with that orange line. Did they put that in last year? Is that right?
A couple years ago, I think, or recently.
Yeah.
But that's a reference mark. There's an orange box and then an orange diagonal line that NASCAR references. And he was over it. And Phil had to come around Hemrick's right front. So I don't really blame either of them except Caden's the one driving. And as a driver, I say just go wider. So he had more room to go around. It just slows your stop down. So Caden's trying to get everything he can, but he'll learn and know, and I've done it. You just have to go around those guys. Phil did a really good job to spin with two tires. He's not a huge guy, and he was able to keep his balance. But of course, when I saw him, I had to blame him for ruining Caden's day. But no, I don't believe that. Caden's got to go a little wider, and that rule's there for a reason. We've had guys pinch our guys, but on the one car, like they'll get out of the way. Like it's just how it's worked out. They've gotten out of the way and not been hit, not been clipped. And so there's no penalties most of the time. So I don't know. I feel like it's a black and white rule. Like there's an orange line. If you're over it and there's a car in the box, you're penalized. I go around the line as much as I can, and watch this week, I'll accidentally get over it. But it's pretty scary, honestly, to think about guys and their careers and their lives out there, and we're doing 60 mile an hour on pit road, 50 mile an hour, these different tracks, these different speeds. But these race cars don't stop very well, and they don't turn right very well. So when we're turning in our boxes, we're trying to get the most angle out of it, so we're not having to turn back right. So, but yeah, great night. Al Neese was there. Neese all over the truck. Neese equipment with his water and fuel lube trucks. So a lot of fun to be back with Neese, my first race of the year, and then to have the speed drive up to the lead. We can work on the long run. The hardest part of racing is just going fast, and we clearly both had that. And Matt was close with us. I think he had some radio issues, so it was really hard for him to restart. And if they put a complete weekend together, the 42 can be right there with us too.
Yeah, for sure. Anything in the Cup race you want to talk about, or should we just move right on?
Gosh, man, I'm still trying to finish the race. The first half looked okay, honestly. Like end of stage 1 seemed okay. Start of stage 2 through the end of the race was brutal. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about that.
It's all right.
Let's move on, man. But before we preview Martinsville, I do want to look back at Froberg's farm and the trip I took down to Alvin, Texas. Hey guys, we're here today in Alvin, Texas with Tyler Froberg of Froberg Farms, and you're going to show us around this strawberry operation I've been hearing all about, man.
That's right.
First off, thank you for having us out.
Yeah, glad you're here.
Yeah, we wanted to come see what y'all have going on here. Beautiful piece of property.
Thank you, that means a lot. We're right here in Alvin, Texas. So we talk about strawberries. Strawberries are our biggest crop, but we're completely diversified. We grow a multitude of crops. Strawberries being the largest one, but we grow everything from corn, grapes, different mixed greens and vegetables. We raise broilers and laying hens. We raise pork, and we raise Christmas trees. So we do a lot of different stuff, and we do it all direct to consumer right here at the farm.
Right here. Christmas trees, is that a common thing down here in the area?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all, but because we are direct to consumer, we focus on opportunities for our customers to come to the farm and experience the farm life. And so, for example, our Christmas trees are cut your own Christmas trees. You get to come out, grab a saw, get dusty and carry the tree back in from the field, and get to pick your own strawberries, get to run through a corn maze, get to do all the fun stuff.
How many times does family come back in after a little while, hey, we need some help?
So it's actually funny you say that. On our map, we have to put, do not call 911. Yeah. Please call the store at this number and someone will come rescue you. It's a blast though, man. It's a blast. We're in Brazoria County, which is right on the coast of Texas. Best place in the world to live, to raise a family, and that's what we're all about here at the farm. We tailor to families. We tailor to families coming out, getting up close and personal with their food, experiencing farm life, and just having a good time.
How long has your family been here?
So we've been in Alvin, Texas, raising strawberries for 128 years. I'm the 5th generation.
This same piece of property?
Not this same piece of ground. So my great-great-grandfather started farming on the other side of Alvin and did various things from feeding berries to a cannery to shipping them to Illinois in ice rail cars. And then my great-grandfather bought this place in 1936. And through various trials and tribulations and an army draft, started letting people pick their own strawberries in 1942. So way before Instagram and pick your own was cool.
Yeah.
And then my grandpa had various ventures from being a professional wrestler to being a strawberry farmer, and started having a fruit stand and allowing people to come and buy things more than just strawberries. And we just expanded. Every generation expanded and expanded more to where we are today.
Okay, we'll have to come back to that wrestling stuff.
Yeah, we're going to come back to that.
But so this piece of dirt has seen y'all here for a long time.
Yeah, this piece of ground itself has seen us for 4 generations.
Yeah.
Where you're standing right now was strawberries for almost 78 years, until we realized that having a gathering place for our customers creates more value and adds value to the rest of the crops, right? If they'll come out here and they can spend time with their family under the trees, they'll pick more strawberries. So the challenge is how we got to where we are today.
That tree, any idea how old it is?
I know exactly how old it is, because in 1936, my great-grandfather plowed it over as a sapling. And he said, this is a strawberry field. There shouldn't be an oak tree in it.
Right.
So he plowed it over in 1936. In 1937, it came back. And he said, I got to get rid of this tree. So he plowed it over again. Finally, in 1938, he said, forget about it. And all these years later, now it had 80 years of fertilizer and irrigation because we all farmed around it until we made it a gathering place. So it looks much larger than it actually is, but it's on our logo. It's kind of what we're known for. It's the place where people break bread together when they come to the farm, and you don't get the true experience of the farm until you're shaded by this tree.
So we're standing out here in the sun. Can we go pick some strawberries?
Man, let's do it. I just have one question. Are you driving or am I driving?
It depends on what we're driving. Well, look, man, a lot of hard work that goes on out here. So Georgia Boot wants to put you in something comfortable to actually get the work done. I think we got your right size.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Well,
man, that's going to make a world of difference. Thank you, Georgia Boot.
Hey, Tyler, I'll be back in a little bit, okay? Go actually get some work done.
Once you've had a Froberg's Farm strawberry, it's going to be really, really hard to eat strawberries anywhere else. So you have some decisions to make right now. Do you eat the strawberry or do you pass?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, I'll let you pick it. I'm going to let you pick it.
How old are these?
So we plant these in October.
Yeah.
So currently it's the end of February. We normally start picking around Thanksgiving. And depending on how bad the winter is will depend on how much we pick.
Yep.
You know, this field unfortunately was covered in snow this year. So this is one of the first berries to come out since that snowstorm.
Yep.
It resets the clock, right? The plants are cold hardy, but these beautiful little flowers right here are not.
Are not. You're saying this is going to be life-changing.
It's going to be life-changing. This is a San Andreas strawberry. Look at the juice all over your fingers. It's pretty good, huh?
How can I get them to North Carolina every week?
It's gonna be tough. There's no machine for us to plant strawberries, so every single strawberry plant here you see was planted by me and my crew. We plant 15,500 strawberry plants per acre, and so this is about 10 to 12 acres. So this is about 150 to 180,000 plants here.
How does your input cost compared to a corn guy right in the Midwest?
Yeah, so inputs would be probably 30 to 40 times what, maybe even more than that, right? So we're looking right now at, and we don't talk about numbers often, but you're a farmer, so I can appreciate it.
That's part of what Ag Asphalt's trying to do is kind of peel back a little and just compare notes on a lot of things.
And so if you're in a strawberry region where this stuff is readily available, it can reduce your costs, right? But right now we're looking at like 28,000 an acre just to go in with it. Just your input cost to put it in, to plant this crop. Plastic, irrigation, all your fertilizer, your plants,
your
covers,
so
your string, your hoops.
In today's world, I don't know what we would do if we ever lost the honeybee.
That's right. Absolutely, 100%.
Scary to think about.
I know. We raise 5 varieties. So the Camino Real, which is an old, but we call it like the old mule. Yeah. Just the old John mule on the plow that just don't stop.
Yep.
We have the San Andreas, which is a good Florida variety. We have the Medallion, which is really good. The Fronteras is one of our favorites. And then this year we introduced the Frostberry, which is a nice white strawberry that our customers have just loved. And it's just different.
Strawberry.
It's just
What's a white strawberry?
It's white. It's a strawberry that's white.
What?
Yeah, it's on the other side of the field, so I don't know if we have time to go see it. That's up to y'all.
I've never seen that.
It's completely white.
I think we've got to go see it.
We got to go see it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we got to go see it.
All right, man, I'm hearing about these white strawberries. What's their real name?
So we call it the Frostberry.
Okay.
That's our individual brand of it.
Okay.
It's what our customers know it as, and it's just a fun name.
Yeah.
Right? And so here's a perfect one, and what you notice is that there's a pink blush to it.
There is.
And what that tells us is it's ready. What you should get, you know what? I'm not going to tell you how it should taste. I want you to tell me what you think it tastes like. You got to really look for the flavors, though.
Got to look for them. Okay, I'm looking.
Yeah? What do you think?
It's not that first bite's not as strong as a red, I guess.
No. So some people say pineapple, some people say orange, some people say grape, that it doesn't taste like a strawberry, that it tastes like something different.
I've had a similar experience with a yellow watermelon because the color is just different than what I'm used to, so my mind doesn't know what I'm holding. I think I'll let them take the Frostberries and I'll stick with the red. Well, all joking aside, there's a lot of work that goes into this. This is your life's work, right? This farm. Why do you do it? It's a tireless and endless job.
That's a good question. I mean, the first thing is the good book says we should work hard and we should give all the glory to God, and so that's what we do. And then I would say the second reason is like the ground. This is more philosophical, I guess, but the ground has so much power in it, and to be able to be here, to know that my uncle's generation worked this ground, my grandpa's generation worked this ground, my great-grandfather's generation worked this ground, and my boys will work this ground. That holds so much power, and it's like a fuel. It's like we can't stop. We have to keep doing this to feed our community, to contribute to society, to just to keep the ground going. There's just so much power in it.
Love that. That's what makes it not feel like work.
We might work hard, but we've never truly worked a day in our life. And I know that
it's an old saying,
but when you feel it,
true. When you feel it,
oh my gosh,
it's different. Tyler, thank you for showing us around your farm, man. This is incredible what y'all have been able to continue to do generation after generation on the same piece of dirt and taking what your family immigrated here to do, right, and provide a better life for your family, see what you've grown it into. I'm so curious if the tulip side of it was like maybe you did something wrong, you needed to make it up to the wife or what, and you grew her a lot of tulips or what, but hey, you keep that one close to the vest, but that was cool. Thank you.
We're so glad you took the time out to come out. We love showing off the farm. We love especially other farmers to see it. But before you leave, you got to try something. We're famous for strawberries. We're famous now for tulips, for sunflowers, all this stuff, right? But the thing that we're most famous for at Froberg's farm is a fried pie. And this is like a fried hand pie, and it's made with our homegrown strawberries right here. We make it right here on the farm, so you got to give it a try.
Oh. How hot is it going to be inside? It feels hot.
We're going to find out.
One bite, everybody knows the rules, right?
That's right, one bite, everybody knows the rules.
Oh, man. That's good.
Good?
Oh.
So this is Ag to Asphalt with Ross Chastain and Tyler Froberg. Thanks for coming out to Froberg's farm, and we'll see you all on the next one. I got it for you, buddy. Don't worry.
A big thank you to Tyler and everybody at Froberg's farm, as well as LEVRACK, Georgia Boot, and Kubota. Now let's set the table for Martinsville this coming weekend. So this weekend at Martinsville, we've got a new sponsor for me and the one car, Choice Hotels, Choice Privileges. Awesome scheme with some orange, black, and gray. I hope it looks as good on track as it does in the renderings and sitting in the shop on the white floor, which I think the concrete, which as weird as that is, will actually brighten it up and bring out the design of the car, which is unique. But happy to carry their colors and tell their story on the one car. They've been primarily a 99 sponsor, so part of the Trackhouse mentality is to keep it all in the house and spread it around. So it's my turn, and I'm excited about it. My suit is not as colorful as Daniel's though, so is something opposite of my Kubota suit, which is like all orange. This one's got a little more subtleness to it. But once we get on track, some things about Martinsville, I tend to struggle with creating like too much shape on entry, which seems like you would want to arc out the corner as much as you can and then turn in. The corners are so sharp, but I usually can do it for a few laps and then I start getting loose in and sliding the rear tires, and then I get doubled over tight and then snap loose on exit. So with the one car, that's primarily what we've struggled with. So we're working on it. Was in the sim yesterday. We'll be in it again tomorrow. Going into this weekend, trying to figure out what rewards my driving style, because we haven't quite hit it yet. Obviously, y'all have seen my desperate attempts to pass cars here with the Hail Melon. I can't go to Martinsville and not mention it. We do have that wall, the center section of turns 3 and 4 in our possession. We're working on building out something. So down the road, nothing right now, but you'll see stuff about that, and it's sometime later this year. But it's something that Justin and I are slowly working on, and we want to preserve that. That was a crucial moment in our team's history and the foundation we laid that first year as a team, as 2 cars. So excited about the future, but this weekend, no Hail Melon, no nothing like that. Just want to go put together a good Saturday. It's going to start in qualifying. I've qualified terrible here more often than not, so that's big emphasis. And my teammate's done better, so I've studied him a lot, and see if we can't put together a lap on Saturday. That's high priority for us. So we'll see if I can do that.
How often do people just yell Hail Melon at you at the racetrack every weekend?
It's a couple. Yeah. I'd say a couple times each weekend. I mean, the word watermelon gets yelled a lot.
Oh, definitely.
But Hail Melon is like level 2 of NASCAR fan that wants to get my attention. And that usually just will get my attention because it's something different.
Yeah, that's good. Ride the Wall too is probably in there as well.
It is.
Yeah. So that's good. Well, it looks like, a highway safety program we've talked about a lot the past few weekends. You have a new state this year. Is that right? Virginia is the first year of you working with Virginia. What do you guys have planned this weekend for that?
And it's cool. It's our first weekend with Virginia. Like you said, it's part of our Use Your Melon campaign. We're just reminding people to have a ride home. Who's your driver is their slogan. Y'all have seen it around the different tracks, and I've seen it for years. So excited to get to work with them and be just a small part of telling their story and trying to just remind NASCAR fans, look, I'm the Busch Light guy. I drink beer after the race, but we set it up, like sometimes you have to drive me. Sometimes Philip, like different people, I set it up. Everybody knows, like if they see me crack open a Busch Light after the race, somebody else is driving me either to the airport or from Martinsville, just driving me home. So that's all we're asking race fans to do. We want you to have a good time. And the Virginia Department of Motor Vehicles just wants you to have a plan and have a driver to get you home from the race. So I have seen this messaging a lot over the years, but it's finally our turn with Use Your Melon to be a part of it. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Ag Asphalt, presented by LEVRACK and powered by Ag America Media. Be sure to tune in, obviously, to the Cup race this Sunday at 3 p.m. on FS1. And if you're coming to the track, if you come early, at 11 o'clock, I'll be out at our merch hauler, signing autographs and slinging merch. And right after, 11:30 to 12, I'm going to jump over to the Who's Your Driver booth and remind y'all, if you're going to have a frosty Busch Light, to have a ride home, have a plan, and use your melon. So that'll do it for this episode. Be sure to subscribe to Like a Farmer on YouTube. New episodes are going to drop every other Thursday. Leave a rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we'll see you in the next episode.